What is up, my veggies? My name is VTR, and welcome back to another movie review and another Scooby-Doo one as of that. So today we're going to be reviewing Scooby-Doo and the Legend of the Vampire, or Vampires. It's called both, but I don't know. I'm just going to call it Legend of the Vampire, I guess, or Vampires. I don't know. So Scooby-Doo and the Legend of the Vampires was strange, because I do feel like this one was meant to be a tie-in to the Scooby-Doo Where Are You series, which just came out while that was airing. So I do feel like this was a tie-in to that show, because it even started out how a lot of those episodes started out. So you can really tell they were going very different with this one than they have with previous ones in the past. And I also do feel like they were also trying to go back to their roots a little bit with the original series. Because one, I believe Velma and Daphne had their original voice actors. I don't remember if they had their original voice actors in Scooby-Doo, What's New Scooby-Doo. I don't think they did, but I'm pretty sure at least there was someone who had very well imitations of that, because I think Fred's voice has stayed relatively the same throughout the years, and Scooby and Shaggy have had different voice actors, but they've stayed relatively the same. But you can tell with Velma and Daphne, these sounded exactly like their original voice actors, which for some reason in this style felt weird to me. I'm not gonna lie, it felt extremely strange. But even though that they were, it was still pretty interesting to see, I guess. Now, obviously, this one is a little more boring, in my opinion, because there's no, like, for the movies, I feel like for the while they were going with big things like bringing actual monsters and stuff like that was the thing they did for the movies. Even the live action movie did that. The fact is, though, this movie didn't really do anything like that, because all the monsters were fake. The mystery is a little. The best thing about this one is the return of the Hex Girls. I'm pretty sure at least they're either the same voice actors or very similar. And seeing the return of the Hex Girls is really nice. And them in this animation style is fairly decent. The story is fine. The animation, though, is not animation. The additional characters that are added are. I couldn't tell you any of their names. I don't remember any of their names. And it just didn't resonate with me like some of these other Scooby-Doo movies had. And I feel like a lot of these coming up are going to be like that. I'm going to be like, especially the ones that tie into What's New Scooby-Doo. But I hope that they changed the voice actors again, because this was strange. I'm not going to lie. But I'm not gonna lie, I didn't hate this. I had some fun with it. The monsters, which were supposed to be vampires, weren't really good. The rock show aspect of this was really strange, and we get to hear the Scooby-Doo Where Are You twice in this movie. So every movie from so far, from Zombie Island to Legend of the Vampires, so far has had their own version of Scooby-Doo Where Are You. Even the live action movie had it. And there's something about this one, though, just I didn't have a lot of fun with it. I really didn't. Like, there was just so much writing on this one to be a lot more entertaining, and it really wasn't, because I just didn't know what to think of this one, to be honest. Like, a lot of the time, there's just much of it I'm just like not really enjoying a good bit of it. Like, there was literally a part of the movie where I got bored and I just started looking at my phone. I'm not saying this movie's bad. It's just definitely one of the weaker ones. Like, I won't say it's down with Arabian Nights, but I don't think I liked it more than Cyber Chase. It's just really weird, this one was. Like, everything about it didn't really resonate well with me. Like, for some reason, like, I didn't hate it, and I'm trying to stay as positive about it as can. And a lot of these, it's hard to talk. We keep talking about all these Scooby-Doo movies, but this one just felt a little weird. And they even were using a lot of the old soundtracks. A lot of the old music from the original series was in this, and sound effects as well. And for some reason, that felt weird. Just because of the animation style, I don't think that stuff... Like, if they would have thrown a laugh track in there, I would have been like, what in the world? Like, that's something that would have... is like... So, and they also... Even though, like, this, I believe, is supposed to coincide with the What's New Scooby-Doo, they have them all in their original outfits. Which I think the reason they did that was just because they wanted to kind of do a little homage to the original with this. But I don't think this was really the one to do an homage with. Another one would work. Like, maybe like the one that I'm going to watch next maybe does the same thing as well. I haven't actually ever seen the Monster in Mexico. I haven't seen that one. But a lot of this movie just didn't resonate with me. Like, it's not terrible, but it's just... a few things about it, just like, I'm sitting there watching this movie thinking, it's fine. There's nothing offensive. There was only one joke that actually made me laugh. So in the comedy department, this movie was very much lacking. At least in Cyber Chase, I had a few good laughs. And I don't think any of the movies have disappointed me this much to this extent. Like, I don't think this is the worst one. I really don't. I feel like they're gonna get worse. I legit do, so I don't want to rank this low. So I will go out and say this one's got to do. This is gonna be a solid 3, a very low 3 though, because it's just I just didn't like it. I really didn't. I just didn't have that much fun with this one. It's fine. Will I ever rewatch it? Possibly. But it's just the fact that this is one of the ones that didn't... I wanted... The main thing I couldn't get behind was some of the voice... Because the character... Velma and Daphne's voices did not hit well with, like, some of the other characters that were in the movie with the new characters and stuff. Like, it felt really weird to hear those old voices in this style. For some reason with Fred and Shaggy, they've always kind of sounded the same to me. So that's not really a problem. But with Velma and Daphne, they felt old, like the old voices, and I don't like it because their looks are kind of updated, even though it's still they're in their original outfits, but it's kind of updated, and I like that. But the fact that it's... And Scooby in this actually does something that's really... He kind of solved the mystery himself, kind of, which is a little... I guess that's interesting and a nice little touch, I guess. But overall, this one was rather disappointing. It wasn't terrible, but it was just compared to the others. And I think I'd rank this below Cyber Chase. And just the fact that this is the 11th one I've reviewed just doesn't help it. So the next one is Monster of Mexico, so let's hope that one's better. So hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!